So we are going to run a recorded playtest of the new squishy module, the Halloween Babysitter. So basically, first thing we're going to do is we're going to make up our characters, and then we're going to get into the game, and we're going to see how long you can survive against this horrible, murderous creature.
Okay.
And I do want to tell you all straight off the bat, you're probably going to die, but that's part of the game. Because there's a whole mechanic in this for becoming a ghost and exploring as a ghost.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So...
You did not mention that to me, and you know how frightened I am. You know how frightened I am of ghosts. Similar to skeletons, there better not be skeletons.
I hear
But
these...
what if you become a ghost
itself.
and you can just rule them all?
I hear these old theaters of ghosts. I'll be damned if I let myself see one.
Is that the editor?
Yeah.
That's the editor.
Oh, I think, oh my god, his name's dropped out of my head. I want to call him Jake, but his name isn't Jake. I can't believe I've forgotten his name. He's been my friend for years. Jack!
Uh-oh.
Jack is going to be joining us.
Cool.
Okay, oh, one sec. Jack is going to be joining us. We are just making characters. Make a squishy stat block if you can in the interim. And then I'm just going to message Dea, because Dea was meant to be joining us, but it looks like they've gotten held up.
Okie
Okay, so the if you have like notepad or a piece of paper or whatever, we can bring up the typical block of squishy character stats, which is I'll write it down here in the notes, which is brawn, brains, handiness, survival, moxie, and I believe there's also combat.
Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient. Chemical X.
And so everyone's HP, because we're playing as kids, is 1. Okay?
Oh no.
But you start with 1 mercy point, which means you can use that to survive an attack. Like if you're going to get caught, if that doesn't happen. So anything that would if you fail a roll or a roll is succeeded against you, that means failure or success of that roll would mean that you're immediately going to be injured or killed. You can pass that roll. And you can regain that mercy, a mercy point. You can only have 1 mercy point at a time, but you can get a mercy point back by failing 3 rolls and surviving. You also have 1 point of bounce back, which, because you're a springy little kid, because
What's bounce back?
It means if you take fall damage, you can shrug it off once.
Okay.
Hold on.
So we have 1 of those points?
You have 1 of those points.
Okay.
Just copy pasting this for Jack. Oh, there's Dea. They're just gonna hop in a sec. Yeah, so your combat is unequivocally shit. All of your combats are shit, and so are your bronze, because you're little kids. So, and to split between the other stats, you get 2 kinda bads, 1 kinda good, and 1 okay.
What's the best one of those?
Okay. Okay is the best one of those. I'm actually going to grab the squishy manual so I can stay on the ball. I'll be back in a sec.
So it's 2 kind of bads and okay and a what?
2 kind of bad, an okay, and a kind of good.
Okay, cool. Oh wait, it's written right there. Whoops. Whoops.
Boom. All right, now, just let me know when you've got that doodled out. and then we can take turns. So here's what it says in the module book. Your terrible parents called an immortal serial child murderer to be your babysitter because your uniqueness was too much for them to handle. What is it
It's like
about...
that one Simpsons episode.
Precisely. What is it about you that they failed to deal with, tried to suppress, or cause themselves through being shitty parents? So, this is a D20. So everybody roll a D20, and what you get is your... Now, you can choose, like, not to use this. This is just a prompt. You can make something up yourself for your character. But, yeah. So what do we got here?
How do I do this in the chat again? Oh, yeah, okay.
Owen, your character is known to fly into a blind rage when something doesn't go your way.
Yeah, very fitting.
As a result for that, when you are raging, you change your brawn and your combat to kinda bad when you're, like, angry. Okay, but...
Is our brawn not meant to be bad anyway?
Yes. No, your brawn is shit.
And so is our combat, yeah.
Yes, but Owen's has been upgraded to kinda bad because he's an angry little boy. Also,
I see.
Also, not only is this something that can happen to your character, this is something that has to happen to your character. So say if your character, Owen, your character is doing a task set to you by the babysitter. If you get angry, that's going to trigger the babysitter's kill mode. But if you fail, your character has to get angry, right? So, Grace, your character just won't stop singing.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
So, what did you put your Moxie down as?
Kind of bad.
Move that up to kind of good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm a good singer?
Not necessarily, but you got charisma.
I got that razzle dazzle. All right. Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Do I have to choose this myself with all this brown brains and stuff?
Yes.
Uh,
So do you want me to go over that again? Rita?
oh yeah, you did roll dice here.
Yeah, if you roll your d20, we can give your character their unique trait. But do you have your stats sorted out, or do you need us to wait for you to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay, so if you go into Squishy here, I posted an excerpt from the book that says your combat is shit, as is your brawn. So you just write the word shit beside your combat and your brawn. And then next to the rest of your stats, you can split 2 instances of kinda bad, 1 instance of kinda good, and 1 instance of okay between all of them. So you choose them.
Now I get it. I just have to do that.
Yes. And then I just need you to make a dice roll of d20, and we'll see what your character's unique trait is. 13. You have an imaginary friend that you insist is real. This imaginary friend can go through walls and travel great distances in an instant and report back to you, but is vulnerable to threats from the other side.
Creepy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So tell me about this imaginary friend. I think I'll give you a moment to think about it. I think everybody now should just choose their character names.
I have my character name, but I just remembered the TV show that goes along with it, and I watched it so long ago, and I'm like, was that show racist? And I don't actually know, and I'm kind of scared now. Does anyone remember My Cousin Skeeter?
Oh yeah,
with the fucking puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to be called Skeeter, but I'm like, I can't. It's like, was that?
No, I think it was made by black people.
Okay, cool. Phew.
Yeah.
I remember watching that a lot as a child, and all I remember is the puppet.
So you are Skeeter, and his fucking catchphrase was, "I'm okay, I'm okay."
That would kind of suit my character, actually.
Yeah,
But
totally.
you keep singing.
I'm just imagining it's going to be like in an opera kind of a thing.
Okay, Owen, what is your character's name?
My character's name is Griffin McLeroy.
Yes, you're Griffin McLeroy, and this is going to be set in Griffin's house. So you've all come to Griffin's house
Okay.
on Halloween night. Griffin McLeroy. All right, and Rita, what's your character's name?
I don't know. Maya?
Maya. Okay. And what about your imaginary friend? Tell us about your imaginary friend. What do they look like? What are they called?
They're another person,
Okay.
also a child,
Ooh, spooky.
and best friend, and their name is
I'd love if its name was just
I think that might get confusing.
Yeah, probably.
I'm so bad at this.
There's no pressure.
I'm just a bit slow. Scooter. No, there's already Skeeter.
No, Scooter. I like Scooter.
It's the Muppet name that came to my mind.
Okay. Hey, Dea.
Hi.
We've just
Hello.
Hi. Dea, this is Grace, my sister.
Hello, Grace.
This is Owen. I don't know if you guys were you playing
Played
Morkborg. Yeah, you were in for Morkborg, and you know Owen and Rita. So
Yes.
we have just created Owen, Rita, and Grace's characters. So now it's time to create your character. If you've got like a piece of paper or a notepad in front of you, I'll just run down real quick before we get into stats and stuff like that. The main idea behind this game is that you are a bunch of kids who have been brought together on Halloween night in Owen's character's house by your parents to be babysat by a very expensive babysitter to kind of correct your behavior. And that babysitter is essentially Michael Myers from Halloween. And most of you are probably going to die, but there's a mechanic for that. So if your character dies, don't worry, you get to be a ghost. Okay? So you get to be a kid, and then when you die, you get to be a ghost. So let's get to the stats. And it's kind of like Morkborg, where we generate our characters, and then you kind of come up with a personality and a name for the character afterwards. So on your notes, whatever notepad or piece of paper, you write your stats, which are brawn, brains, handiness.
Brawn, brains, handiness.
Yes. Survival.
Okay.
Moxie. And combat. And since you're playing as a kid, your brawn and your combat, unless you get a buff from a dice roll we're going to do in a bit, are both shit. The stats are just straight up called shit. And then you have, you get, so instead of using numbers for the stats in this game, we use kind of named values. So the named values you have to spread between the rest of your stats. Your stats are kind of bad. You have 2 of those. Kind of good, and okay. And okay is the best one.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you just be like, okay, between the rest of them, handiness, brains, survival, and moxie, you divvy them up however you see fit, and then we're gonna do a dice roll to. I'll explain that once you've done your stats.
So it's shit. What's the next one up between shit and okay?
You've got 2 shits, and they have to be on brawn and combat because you're a kid. But that
combat. Okay.
Yeah.
Brawn and combat. Okay.
And then the next one up is kind of good. You get 2 of those. You can put them wherever you want, as long as it's not brawn or combat.
Mm-hmm.
and then the next one is kind of bad, and the next one is okay.
How many of those do I get?
You get one kind of good and one okay, but your stats might be upgraded depending on the dice roll we're about to do. So
Okay.
I'll explain what that is. I'll read out what it says on the page. Your terrible parents called an immortal serial child murderer to be your babysitter because your uniqueness was too much for them to handle. What was it about you that they failed to deal with, tried to suppress, or caused themselves through being shitty parents? So I need you to roll a d20, and we'll find out exactly that.
All right.
11. Okay. You are a chronic scaredy cat. You need to pass a moxie roll to do something frightening, but your survival goes up one level. So what have you set your survival at?
I haven't put any points in yet, so I'm gonna put in 2 points in survival.
No, it's not numbers. It's those.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's those values that I told you. So which value did you match your survival to? Because it gets an upgrade, whichever one you put in.
It was kind of good.
Okay, so kind of good gets upgraded to okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, so now you're okay in survival. And another thing is, because you're a scaredy cat, you get disadvantage on horror saves. If you could write that down somewhere, even just like horror minus, and remind me of it when we're playing. It's fine if you forget. But the thing is, if you pass a disadvantaged horror save, your moxie will go up one level. But that only happens once.
Disadvantage Moxie check?
Disadvantage horror save. Horror is a stat that the enemies inflict on you. But you get an upgrade of moxie if you pass it because your character is such a coward. So yeah, after doing all this, what's your character's name?
Let's do I'm gonna call him Wiener Dog after Dawn and Welcome to the Dollhouse because
Young Wiener Dog.
young little Wiener Dog. It just seems like a name that like all my friends would call me for like being such a wuss.
Excellent. Okay. So
They have a real name. It's just never brought up.
Wiener Dog.
we're just gonna get Jack to roll a d20 now, and see who his character is. Although he can, let's say that Jack's character is in the kitchen making a burger when we kick off, and I think we'll kick off just about now. So is everybody ready to rock and roll?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I picked my stats. So is there something? Did we have to go through like? Is there like an upgrade or downgrade?
What do you mean?
Were we? I think she's asking if we're supposed to roll for like each of the stat things, like Morkboard.
No, we're not. And Rita is they them, by the way.
Oh, I'm sorry, Rita.
It's okay.
Me too.
No, I mean, like how Skeeter got like
did
some
you
of
not,
them got
did
like.
you not roll yet? Okay.
I did. I did.
Oh yeah, yours was.
It was
your imaginary friend. So you don't get a stat upgrade, but you're
okay.
able to use your imaginary friend to like walk through walls and travel great distances and give you information.
Okay.
So you basically have like psychic powers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just writing this down so I remember.
Cool.
But yeah.
All right. So essentially what happens is it's Halloween night, and you've all been very excited to go trick-or-treating and do all the things that children want to do. Let's see. I'm going to pick from at random. Owen, what was Griffin really excited about on this Halloween night before his parents said that, no, you're not leaving the house, Griffin. These kids from school are coming over, and you're going to be babysat tonight because it's about time you learned how to be a good boy.
Jesus.
Well, Griffin is disappointed because Griffin wanted to go trick-or-treating with my brother and me.
Yes, but unfortunately, well, Travage, your brother,
Trad Savage?
Your brother Travers, he was supposed to come back from college and take you Halloweening, but he didn't. He did not come back, and he is. Oh my goodness! I just remembered that the map for the house I don't have in front of me, so I got to pull out. Yeah, he did not come back. His visit home was canceled, and your other brother, well, you haven't heard from him in years.
Just makes me so angry.
Let's go through everybody. Skeeter, what did you want to do this Halloween?
Skeeter's super excited for Halloween because Skeeter is a Steve Irwin enthusiast, absolutely obsessed, and they got like a little miniature crocodile like this, and a Steve Irwin costume, and it was just dying to go around and tell people Steve Irwin facts all night. Pretty much that's all Skeeter wanted to do all Halloween. So I think like not too upset that they have to go to Griffin's because he's still going to dress up as Steve Irwin and spat facts. So, not bothered.
Okay, excellent. Yeah, your parents kind of like rolled up at Griffin's house and was like, hey, you're going to a little Halloween party beforehand, and then they.
Oh jeez.
And then they left. They left you behind.
Oh, I'm so excited!
All you kids all alone, and they said that your new babysitter is going to be showing up. And I actually just found the map for the house, and I'm going to post it in the board. Wiener Dog, what were you going to be doing this Halloween?
I'm dressed up as Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. I don't know, guys. I don't want to get beat up by Spuds McKenzie when we go out trick-or-treating. Mom, are you ready to pick me up in case we need to go? I have my mom on speed dial in case, something happens.
Yeah. So...
I'm hitting my inhaler.
Oh my god, I have an inhaler too.
Oh, yeah. We can swallow a butyrol.
Yeah, so...
I have like a little inhaler holster in my utility belt.
Griffin's parents were the ones who told you quite rudely in front of your parents, who actually looked kind of like, why are they talking like that to my child? That trick-or-treating, I'm afraid, is canceled this year. Yeah. And
oh, no.
So, Maya, what were you excited about for Halloween that has now been ruined?
I wanted to spend my first trick-or-treating with my imaginary friend Scooter.
But your parents insist that Scooter isn't real. And tonight you are going to be taught the truth. How to live in the real world, okay?
Ew.
And we are going to start off I have this map here. So we're gonna start off in you're in the main hallway of Griffin's house. There's family photos everywhere, and you've just heard the car pull up outside. No, that's it. You're not in the hallway. You're in the living room. It's all decorated for Halloween. It's like your typical middle class suburban neighborhood from an 80s horror movie. So it's more decorated for Halloween than your average waspy Protestant American house actually would be. And outside, out the big window with the curtains open, you can see all the kids and the trick-or-treaters running around. There's smoke coming off fireworks in the streets. There are all the kids having the fun that you're not allowed to have. And outside the outside, the garden, the front garden, and just outside the wall and the path, just outside the front of the house, a rusty old sedan rolls up and parks outside of the house, and the door opens, and keeping the lights on, the lights of the car don't turn off, and I will show you a picture of what steps out. A very tall woman in what looks to be like a Halloween cat costume. She's weirdly tall. Steps out with her arms are just slightly too long, and she's got this long red hair. She if this wasn't a 80s horror movie, Nowhere time, where no one would have seen the movie Brave, you would think she looked like Merida from Brave, right? Okay. And she just steps. She comes out of the car and taking a rusted old toolbox and walks, steps through the front gate and starts walking down the. No, it's not letting me upload the picture because the picture's too big. I'll upload a screenshot of the picture. That's how we'll do it. And she starts walking towards the front door of the house through the garden. Griffin, this is your house, and this strange woman is walking towards your front door with a box of tools. So how are we all reacting to this? What are we doing? So that's I just dropped a picture of what she looks like in the chat.
Spoopy. What do you think she's got in the box?
Come on, what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Oh, come on, what's in the box?
The box! I would like to point my gun at Morgan Freeman and ask what's in the box.
Yeah, Seven is playing on the TV in the background, and that scene is on. Very inappropriate. As soon as the parents left, everybody you just turned on the most inappropriate movie possible.
Can I knock on the window and wave?
Yes, you can. As you knock on the window, she freezes and whips her head towards you. Her you can't see.
Oh, kitty!
You can't see her face or her eyes behind the mask, but she just stares at you and gives you the old head tilt. And actually, instead of walking to the door, she actually comes off the path and starts walking through the grass towards you. And she stands on the other side of the window, just towering over you all and staring down at you. Wiener Dog, I'm going to need you to make a horror save. So roll me a D100, and I will tell you if you succeeded or failed.
Oh wait, where did the dice roll go? D100?
Yeah.
I'm gonna change my voice. I think it should be more like this instead of my 90s bully voice.
29. That is a failure. So
no.
What is so you are horrified by this towering woman, and you are filled with the need to flee, to hide something. So if you're gonna hide, tell me how you hide. If you're gonna flee, you can tell me where you would run or what you would do, or you could roll me a D10 and I could tell, and we could randomly choose which room of the house you run to.
Okay. I mean, she already looked right at me, so I'm gonna run.
Okay.
I'm gonna run.
Where?
Try and grab Wiener Dog as he tries to run.
Okay.
Don't go anywhere, dork.
Yeah, nerd. It's just a babysitter.
Wiener.
Oh man! Oh jeez.
Wiener,
We've been caught, man.
Wiener Dog, do you want to resist and continue to flee?
I'm gonna use my weak nerd arms to try and push Griffin off of me, please.
Griffin, Griffin, are you? What's happening?
I'm just gonna grab Wiener Dog and try like by the collar and try and pull them back. Like, stop being such a nerd.
Okay,
I just want to drink my big gulp.
both of you roll a d100, and as you two start scrapping, Maya and Skeeter notice something that you two don't notice. Wiener Dog comes out on top in this scrap, but
Nice.
as this scrap is happening, very weak. You both got terrible rolls, but Wiener Dog just did a bit better. Maya and Skeeter notice the handle on the window opening from the inside by itself, and it's like the window opens and the babysitter just like a Tim Burton, long-legged thing just kind of creeps into the room.
Whoa.
And towers over you both. Now I need you. So Wiener Dog and Griffin don't notice this. So Wiener Dog, how do you overcome the weak grappling of young Griffin McLeroy?
I think I reach into my pocket and use the calculator my mom just bought for me, and I throw it right at his face, and I accidentally get him in the eye. I'm sorry, Griffin. It was an accident.
Griffin, this drives you into a rage.
I drop my big gulp to the ground, and then I get really angry because I drop my big gulp.
Griffin just starts to go Super Saiyan. Wiener Dog, do you want to continue to run run as you were planning on doing so?
I have good survival. Is there anything I could do survival-wise?
You can like we could get to that. I don't think you need to roll right now. It's just it's more of a you've already won the roll, so you could run. If you want to hide, you could roll survival. But there's two doors in the living room. One is a big double doors, and it leads out to bubbity boo to the kitchen, and one of them leads out into the hallway. Oh, and there's another one that leads in. There's three doors. Sorry, one of them leads into a spare bedroom. But you don't know that. You've never been in this house before.
I'm gonna go so I go down a random hall.
So there is. You can go through the big double doors that you kind of know leads to the kitchen, because where else would it lead? There's a door you don't know where it leads to, but I'll tell you as the GM that it's the spare bedroom. Or there's the door right ahead of you that leads to the hallway, which has doors to another room that you don't know, and you could go upstairs Jack isn't here yet, but his character is in the kitchen making a burger.
So maybe I don't know if I should go in there, because then I can't interact with him, but I was gonna have him run in there originally, because he seems like the kind of person that would stress eat, that's really sheltered, that his parents would just
Jack's character
to chill him out.
Jack's character can be in the toilet, so yeah, you can.
Okay. I run into the kitchen for some comfort food, because I know Griffin's gonna beat me up later.
You see, you run into the kitchen. Griffin is angry. Griffin is but he's clutching his eye right now because he's been hit in the eye with a calculator. But yeah, you run into the kitchen. Jack's unnamed character is not there, but the burgers that he was making are burning on the stove. But we're gonna. So, Skeeter and Maya, you see this woman towering above you, and she drops her tool box down on the table, and she's kind of looks to Skeeter, looks to Maya, looks to Griffin, and Griffin, how are you reacting right now? What are you doing right now?
Oh no, Griffin was probably gonna stamp on the calculator and go after Wiener Dog.
Okay. Griffin, give me a survival roll.
I'm not good at that. I tried to make it as accurate to Griffin McElroy as possible. My survival is kind of bad.
kind of bad. Let me see. Boppity bop bop. Scoobity beep. Griffin, how athletic? How athletic is Griffin?
He's like, I'm imagining, what age are we all?
Let's say 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, he's like 9 and he's kind of a bully, so like my brawn is crap, but he's got that angry child strength.
Okay, I'd say yeah, Maya, you hear not Maya, Wiener Dog, you hear Griffin like he's like and he's gonna run after you. But Griffin, I think what happens is you start to run and then you feel like a hand grab your back. Like you didn't super pass, you didn't super fail, so the babysitter like reaches forward and grabs you by the back of your neck and like the scruff of your like shirt. What are you dressed up as anything for Halloween?
No.
What
Too cool for a costume.
What's Griffin's like aesthetic? How is he dressed?
Griffin is wearing a Fortnite t-shirt.
Yeah. She grabs you by the back of your Tomato Town t-shirt and like she picks you up and she like tosses you onto the couch. The babysitter does the same, and then I'd say Wiener Dog. Do you want to have seen this, Dea? Do you want your character to have seen this, or do you want to be like distracted, like burgers, burning?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, one side there's Griffin trying to beat me up. The other side there's burning burgers. I'm gonna have an asthma attack.
Okay. Okay, that's cool. How will we do that? I don't think we'll.
Did that not happen in the living room? Because the babysitter was in front of the window.
Yes, but to the way into the kitchen are these double doors. So if Wiener Dog was looking back, they'd be able to see it.
Oh, sure, okay.
But yeah, Wiener Dog's having an asthma attack, just panicking. Okay, Maya, Skeeter, Griffin, Maya, and Skeeter. The babysitter throws Griffin onto the couch, and she puts one finger up as if to be like, I'm saying something right now, you little shits. But she doesn't say anything. She just. And I need Griffin, Maya, and Skeeter all to make a horror save. So that's just flat D100.
Do you need my inhaler?
Griffin, you failed. You are frozen in fear. Skeeter, you have all failed. This is a very scary monster. You are frozen in fear, and you watch as the babysitter reaches into one of the folds of her costume and takes out a cracked and yellowed piece of paper and places it on the table and flattens it out and then just sits down across, like her big, like long legs, like sticking up like that guy in the tiny car in The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And just sits there quietly, just like across from her toolbox. Wiener Dog, you were having your asthma attack. How do you want this to play out? Do you want this to be this thing that you could like get hurt by? Like, do you want this to be like a danger you're in, or is that just for flavor?
Just for flavor, pretty much.
Okay. You're in the kitchen. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No. Describe to me what's happening. Okay. So I'm in the kitchen. So everybody else is like paralyzed with fear in the living room right now.
Yes, but you're kind of overloaded with information. There's burning burgers. You don't know where your other friend is. There's a creepy lady, like as far as you know, outside the house, trying to get in. And you know that Griffin it might be after you. You heard him running towards you. He hasn't gotten to you yet, but you're a kid. Your sense of time and space is a bit off. So yeah, what are you doing?
I panic and I get the the things from the sink that you can like pull out from the kitchen sink to like wash your dishes a little bit better. I forgot what it's called.
The stopper. Yeah.
You like yank it out you can like yank out the end of the faucet further, so you can like it's that kind of faucet. So I just start spraying the shit out of the fire and panicking, like not knowing what to do. and I stoke the burgers in the stove, and then I run out of the double doors, like, screaming like, somebody's burnt the burgers.
Okay. Okay. To do that, you're going to have to give me a handiness roll because that's going to send a lot of grease flying, and oh boy, that could go really badly. That is
Nice.
a critical success. You do it perfectly. The grease goes flying by you in slow motion, just these globs of grease, like as you just hose down this fucking this thing without turning off the stove. So there's still a problem, but the fire has been dealt with because you don't know how to work a stove. You're a child, unless you want to try and work the stove. But you said you put out the fire, you run back in, and you're like, there. You say what you said, and then you just see the three kids just like frozen, just with this like tall, red-haired masked figure just sitting there, and there's this toolbox and a note on the table in front of you. How do you react to this?
I pee a little, and then I just I'm like, I'm not gonna take this anymore. Like, first Griffin, and now the burgers. I'm not doing it anymore. I'm Sub-Zero. And then I make a launch for the toolbox.
Okay.
Ooh.
You're gonna need to make a horror save to be able to do that. You need to overcome your fear. That's critical success.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a Moxie upgrade. So what's your Moxie at?
It's a hero. Okay.
What's your Moxie at?
My Moxie is shit.
So your Moxie is now kind of bad.
Nice.
No, your Moxie shouldn't be shit. Oh, maybe it was because of your, yeah, it was because of your thing. Anyway, yeah, okay, so you're going to attack the babysitter as if you were Sub-Zero. So, give me, that's a combat. So your combat is shit. I feel like this is going to go really badly.
You can do it too.
78. Okay, so, Weeder Dog.
Uh-oh.
You're going to need to spend your mercy point here or give in to being a ghost.
I guess I use my mercy point, right?
Okay, so what happens?
I don't really know how the mercy points work.
A mercy point is... Oh, yeah, I forgot to explain it. Every kid has one mercy point. Because you're so weak, you can spend your one mercy point by to avoid something that would kill you or lead directly to your death. And then you can only have one mercy point at a time, but you can regain it by failing 3 rolls without dying. So every time any one of you fails a roll, if you don't have a mercy point spent, mark it off. And when you hit 3, you get your mercy point back. Okay, so let's see. So describe to me how you try to Sub-Zero attack the Halloween babysitter.
I like literally try and do like a Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat combo move, like with like a full like roundhouse kick and everything, and like with fists out, and it just I guess it goes really pathetically.
I think maybe what happened. Oh, this will be great, right? So you try to like jump up onto the table and then leap from that into some kind of attack, right? Into like a flying kick or something. But you just like trip and you fucking like knock the table over and the fucking toolbox gets knocked over and opens up and all these like knives and hammers and screwdrivers and all these just like implements of torture and death like go scattering along the floor. And the babysitter reaches out and grabs you and picks you up in the air and takes the note and shoves it into your hands and shows it to you. Because you, like, if you had not spent your mercy point, she just would have grabbed you and killed you immediately. But because you had that mercy point, she is just being like, I'll give you a chance. And she hands you this note. So what is on the note, everybody sort of has to roll for.
Okay.
So, well, the first 2 things on the note are written 2 points. 1, mind your manners. 2, be quiet. And Maya, you hear whispered in your ear your imaginary friends say, "Oh, we're in trouble." And so I need everybody to... We have 5 people. We have 4 people. I'll roll 1. So we need everyone to roll a d10 for the rest of the chores. Okay. So the chores are 3, 10, 2, 8. And then I will pick one. I'll roll d10 because we're testing out the system. And 9. Okay, no repeats. 3, 10, 2, 8, and 9. So 3 is do the laundry. Do the laundry. Griffin, there is just so many dirty clothes in your room. There's like a bunch of laundry in the basement that's yet to be done. 3, that was 10, and 2 is make the beds.
I'm leaving my house.
She looks at you. You say that, she just like whoosh, snaps her eyes onto you. What was that? 8 is take down the Halloween decorations and put them in the attic.
Oh no! Are you kidding me? Oh my god!
And 10. Oh my god. No, sorry, it was 9. 9 says time to grow up. Throw out all of your toys and games.
Oh no.
And finally, 10. Bring me a trick-or-treater with the biggest bag of candy you can find. Do not be out for longer than an hour.
Oh.
So, she's after showing this note to you, she sets you down gently, and you're all kind of standing. And then she sits back down. No, she starts gathering up her tools for her toolbox. So actually, she's actually kind of distracted for a moment. So she's picking up her tools and putting them back in the box.
Are there any tools within my reach that I could nick?
Oh boy, that would be a handiness or a survival.
My handiness is kind of G, and my survival is kind of bad. So I'll go for handiness.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay, what am I rolling?
D100.
Okay. Do-do-do-do. Oh no.
59. Let me see what it's kind of good. Yeah, that's not great. So as everybody's kind of like standing around in intense silence, Maya, you notice that Skeeter is kind of like inching towards the babysitter to like reach for a knife, a screwdriver. What are you reaching for?
I like to make stuff, so I'm gonna say screwdriver.
Okay, reaching for the screwdriver, but Skeeter doesn't notice that he is about to knock over a Halloween decoration with his shoulder. Maya, do you want to do anything about this?
Can I send my imaginary friend to, like, stabilize it?
That's an interesting idea. Okay, I'll tell you what. We'll give your character psi. We'll give your character 2 points of psi. So write that down. PSI 2. Okay, and you can spend those points. So you only get 2 of these to have your imaginary friend interact with the real world, unless something happens that makes them more physical or gives them more power. So give me a brains roll, and let's see how that. Either brains or
brains is kind of good.
Okay, that'll probably be the best way to do it.
100.
Yeah. 91. Do you know what I think? I think happens is do you know what I think fucking happens is you're like, you're concentrating, you're trying to get it to move. It starts to move kind of away from Skeeter as he picks it up, and then it just goes flying and smacks into the babysitters at the back of the back. It's like a ceramic skull, and it like goes flying into the back of the babysitter's head, and she like freezes, and stands up slowly with like a knife in one hand and like a peeler in the other, and turns around to see Skeeter standing there with a screwdriver. So we're gonna cut from that moment to Jack. You have just joined us.
Yeah, I was just making burgers.
Hello. So
I was just
Hello.
in the kitchen, just eating burgers.
well, what happened was.
That whole time, it was just all that going on, and I'm just like in the kitchen, just making burgers.
What happened was your character went to the toilet while the burgers were cooking, maybe with one burger that was cooked, to eat it on the John. And when you came out, you saw that not only did your burgers burn, but somebody got water all over them. And now they're still kind of burning through the pan because, like, after the water that was sprayed all over them has, like, boiled off, they're starting to catch fire again. And you just hear something like smash in the living room. And
God, my roast is ruined.
so I need you. So you've done out your character's stats. I need you to roll me a d20, and I'll tell you why. I'll read from the book. It says. Your terrible parents called a serial child murderer to be your babysitter because your uniqueness was too much for them to handle. What is it about you that they failed to deal with, tried to suppress, or caused themselves through being shitty parents? So you got a 14. 14. You puke at the slightest provocation. This puke can be a slipping hazard or an acidic weapon. And in fact, I think as you come out to see what's happened to your burger and you hear this noise, you just like all over the floor. What is your character's name?
His name is Ralph.
Okay, Ralph.
Just eating burgers.
Ralph, so your burger's ruined. You hear a smash. What do? Like, you're in the kitchen. The smash come from the living room, which there's like a double doors. I'm gonna say that the double doors are closed just to add tension, because if you can see everything that's going on, it's a bit like whatever. What do you think? So in the kitchen, you can go to a conservatory, like in the back. Which leads out into the back garden, but I'd say it's locked. You can go back to the bathroom. You can head down to the basement stairs. You can go into the kind of like the hallway, or you can head into the living room, or you could try and save your burgers. Like the stove.
I want to just like eat my burnt burger, just all of them. Just,
okay.
Like, spoon them into my mouth.
You rush up to the stove to like turn it off and like eat your burnt, sodden burgers. You're gonna have to put out the fire though. Give me a handiness roll.
Oh no! God, no. What do I do for handiness? Kinda good.
Okay.
Maybe they can be saved. Is it D100 for that?
Yeah. Oh, critical success! Not only. So you're one of Griffin's good friends. This is Griffin's house, so you know exactly where the mini fire extinguisher is kept. You open up. Actually, do you know what I think happens? You go down. You're like, oh, I'll grab the mini fire extinguisher. You open up, and when you open up the little cupboard, you are shocked to see like a kid in the cupboard, like with his like all curled up with his hands on his knees, and his like face is all sunken in. He has no eyes, and he's just looking at you like, eh! And I need you to make a horror save. So that's just a flat D100. That is Hollow Children. That is that is a success. You kind of like, shake your head, and you're just like, no, that was nothing. I didn't see anything. And you grab the fire extinguisher, and you put out the fire. Okay, so guys, you're in trouble. You're in a lot of trouble. The babysitter is facing. Well, the person in the most trouble is Skeeter. Skeeter.
Yeah.
The babysitter of. Well, okay. The person in the most immediate trouble is Skeeter. Does anyone else want to try and help Skeeter?
I would do something, but it won't be to help Skeeter.
Okay.
No.
I would shove Skeeter over.
You want to shove Skeeter over?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That does
Can I-
sound like something Griffin would do.
Yeah, I'm a bully.
Yeah.
If this works, I might have a counter move.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
This might work in my favor.
Do you? Is your plan to like shove him over and go cheese it or something like that?
No, Griffin is a bully and sees an authority figure, and Griffin thinks give authority figure what they want.
Oh, okay. He's a twisted little shitbag. Okay, cool. So Griffin,
I would like to retcon that my T-shirt is it's a Fortnite T-shirt, but it has the Joker on it.
So,
okay, Griffin, give me a brawn or combat. 72.
72.
What I think happens is Okay, what I think happens is that a Skeeter gets his counter move, right? Skeeter,
Okay.
you are faced with this thing towering over you. You are holding your little hand is shaking with the screwdriver in your hand. It's got like a fucking peeler and a knife. It's tilting its head, looking down at you, and its muscles look tense to just end your life. And then you just hear Griffin like coming over to you as you react. What do you do?
does Griffin actually push me? Like,
He tries to.
okay, I think I'm gonna move from Griffin's punch into like a stately, like down on one knee thing, and present the screwdriver up in the air and sing at the babysitter because that's my problem. I can't stop singing. So I'm gonna be like, let me think.
Sing for us.
I'm just trying to help you. I found it on the floor. I thought you would miss it if you didn't have it anymore.
That was beautiful.
Griffin,
Thank you.
Griffin like misses his shove, and the babysitter like turns to look at him. But then, as you start singing, she like stops and she like tilts her head and she like kneels down towards you and she puts her stuff aside. She reaches her long arm over to the thing and to the toolbox and like puts it down into the toolbox and then just takes her
So
screwdriver.
she takes the screwdriver off me?
She stands up.
Okay.
She puts it back in the box and she just sits down. And
Whoa.
she goes catatonic again. She starts.
I'm gonna pee a little as she sits down. A little.
So yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So guys, do you guys what do you guys want to do? You've got these chores, like you've got this list of chores. I think a fun way to move this on would be to just have you all kind of like step aside into the kitchen and meet Ralph as he's putting out the fire, and then we can like go from there.
Okay, so we know which chores are ours. It's like we have to do the ones with the number, right?
No, it's you all have to do them together.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Or you can split up. It's just those chores have to be done, right? That's all you know. That's the list of chores you've all been presented, and here they are. So I think if unless someone else wants to do something else specific and break away from the group, or if you all think as a group that you want to do something else, I think a good thing to do would be to move everybody into the kitchen and meet Ralph, and get everyone kind of in the same room and away from the babysitter.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody cool with that?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's just all scamper in.
So yeah, it's like it cuts from like the scene of you calming the babysitter down with your song, and to everybody kind of like walking. I think Wiener Dog still has the note in his hand and is like just leading the charge, and Ralph just like he finishes putting out the fire. He turns off the stove. He has a handful of burnt burger that he's like crunching. And he turns around and he looks at everybody just like terrified, like walking into the room with this like note. Proceed.
What did you guys do to my kitchen? It's covered in grease and oil, and none of it is mixing together well. And then I punch whoever's near me.
Ow!
I was making burgers. I was hungry.
There was burgers on the stove, and they were burning, and I don't know. I started spraying. I put the fire out. I didn't know what else to do.
Shut up, nerd. That's what you do.
Okay, sorry.
I don't think that lady in there is okay.
What?
I'm not throwing away
weird
any
about
of
her.
my toys. My mom and dad bought them all for me.
Well, maybe we could just like hide them in the backyard.
Burgers? Backyard? You hide them?
This is just like the creepypasta I read. This is really scary. Wait, how old am I? Am I old enough to read a creepypasta?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Time and space don't matter.
Reading is for nerds. Play Fortnite.
Where's the Piper the Burstic blood?
I don't get this, kid.
I just like burgers.
You leave Ralph alone. Ralph is my best friend.
As like he just eats burgers. That's what he does. He just came here to make He doesn't even know the babysitter's here. He just made burgers.
He doesn't even know it's Halloween.
He just zoned out. Or
Well,
something
Maybe,
like
sorry, my
I'm
internet.
sorry I got water on your burgers. I know you really like burgers, but they were burning anyway. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Remind-
surprised you got water everywhere because you're such a drip.
Oh. I wish I had your drip, Griffin. You've got really good drip. Your drip is really tight.
Griffin, you would know that. So the first item on the notes is like do the laundry. The laundry room is in the basement, like pretty much next to the kitchen. The stairs down to the basement is next to the kitchen.
Should we all? Wait, will we do the laundry? I don't know.
What so? How do you do that? I just
I always see my mom put things in a big box, and then I think the box does it.
put them in the oven.
I guess so.
So it's the right box.
It's a box, yeah. Griffin, where are all the clothes?
Should
All
we
the
start by
clothes.
gathering the clothes?
All the clothes are in the basement, but I don't go down to the basement because that's where our maid does the laundry.
Oh, maybe we
Where's
can.
your maid?
The maid's not here because I got angry and she ran away, and Mom and Dad said it was my fault.
Where can make the make the babysitter do it.
I say we make these nerds do it, Ralph.
I think,
Yeah.
Griffin, I think you should go ask the babysitter to do it.
Yeah. I think they.
Yeah, it's your
they know.
house, Griffin.
And then we can go watch Ghostbusters.
I hate Ghostbusters.
No one hates Ghostbusters.
I hate
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
I hate Ghostbusters too, Ralph. It's a tenement of our friendship.
That's the only thing we relate on.
You guys suck. And then I'm gonna take some of my inhaler.
I knocked the inhaler out of Skeeter's hand. My parents don't believe in medication.
Okay, the inhaler goes clattering across the ground, and you hear the sound of the toolbox fly open in the other room, clink, and a shuffling of the toolbox, and the handle of the double doors from the living room begins to jiggle as the babysitter's coming.
Griffin, you should.
Hurry, we need to clean up. Oh my god, we need to clean up. Hurry.
I'm gonna hide.
That's
What's in the kitchen?
Okay, there is cupboards, a dishwasher, oven, fridge, There is a door leading. There are 2 doors. You don't know where they go. Well, okay. Let me just.
I'm gonna choose a cupboard. I'm pretty good at hiding in
Okay.
small spaces, so I'm eating into a cupboard.
Okay, there is a door that leads out to the conservatory. You can see that through the kind of glass, the big glass door. There's a door that leads out into the hallway, and then there are 2 doors that Griffin and Ralph know are the bathroom and the basement stairs, respectively. So there's a few different things. So you're going to hide in the cupboard. Skeeter, give me a survival roll.
Okie dokie. That's 20, yeah.
Yeah, or you could spend your mercy to. Oh no, it's 100.
Oh, sorry.
Or you can spend your mercy to like automatically pass.
No, I want to get in the cupboard.
Critical success. You fucking guys. You see. I think in the chaos, actually, Skeeter vanishes. You don't know where Skeeter's gone.
They're gone.
Everybody has a chance to react now. So the babysitter's coming. What are you going to do?
Oh, jeez. Do you think they're hungry?
Yeah, Ralph, stay here and offer them a burger. Laundry.
And then when
jerk radio or whatever.
make them eat the burger, and then trade them. Like, say you can only eat burger if you get the laundry.
Wow.
This economics.
What if the babysitter like because the note said that like we can't be causing any trouble.
Exactly. That's why she's moving. So, but now there's no time to discuss anymore because she's opening the door and she's about to come in and she's angry. So everybody's got to react. So Skeeter,
I am fleeing.
Skeeter hit. Maya, you're fleeing. Where are you fleeing to?
To one of the doors.
Are you going to choose at random?
Yes.
Roll me a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll me a D4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 3. You run. You open a door and you see stairs leading down into a basement. Yeah, cold, dark basement.
Dank basement.
So, yeah, Maya.
I have my friend with me, so
yes, you see.
I carefully go down the stairs.
You reach out and you take your imaginary friend's hand and you head down into the darkness. But from the darkness, and you can't tell if it's your imaginary friend or something below. You hear the soft sound of a child crying. Now, who else? So we got Skeeter, we got Maya. Who else is reacting? So you see, Skeeter disappears and Maya runs for the basement. What's everyone else doing?
I yell, "Wait for me! Oh my God! Don't leave me here!" And I run behind Maya and Ralph.
Okay, Ralph, what are you doing? Are you going to the basement?
No, I'm gonna try and give the lady the burgers.
Okay, Ralph has a
I don't want to be here when that happens.
Ralph has a pudgy hand filled with crispy, crunchy, blackened burgers that he is holding out with a very nonplussed expression on his face as this tall, like, masked figure steps through the door holding I think a claw hammer.
God.
We're gonna get bonked. Oh, no.
Griffin, what are you doing?
Griffin is standing like about 2 meters behind Ralph with his arms closed, with his arms crossed, and a very kind of like sulky look on his face. You know, like a kid who's used to everyone doing what they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of look on their face.
Griffin, you and Skeeter, you can. I don't know if Skeeter, would you dare to like peek, or are you just kind of like listening from the like the cupboard that's full of like Drano and sponges and shit.
I'm gonna listen for now, I think.
Just listening. You hear Ralph. Yeah. What do you say as the babysitter approaches?
Hello. I just made some burgers.
whack! The fucking babysitter, like at lightning speed, just fucking brains Ralph with this claw hammer, with the claw end, like, right into his skull, and just like first like embeds it right into his skull, like the top of his head, and you see his head like kind of cave in, and then brings it out, and then just starts just starts beating him. Fucking blood starts splattering on Griffin. Griffin, give me a horror save.
It's fucking dead. Oh god.
And you just hear this, Skeeter. Skeeter, I need a horror save as well, so you don't scream. Griffin got a success. Griffin can basically take any action he wants now. Griffin is just like he's so desensitized from video games. Griffin is a straight up little psychopath. He's just like, yeah, I've been preparing for this my whole life. Skeeter, I need
My mom let me play Doom.
Skeeter, I need a horror save from you.
Okay, but I'm not doing nothing.
You got a success as well. You clasp your hands over your mouth and you don't scream. But yeah, Griffin, you watch as the babysitter like stands there over the dead body and then turns around and walks back into the living room. Ralph, you are standing there with your hand out in the kitchen over your own dead body. And you kind of look around, and you could see Griffin standing there covered in blood. You watch the babysitter walk back into the living room, and as the door closes behind her, you can actually see a bunch of other kids standing in the room with her, like staring out at you, looking very sad, but also that like kind of like giving you a look like, yep, you too, huh? And you are now a ghost. So your moxie stat is now your spookiness stat.
Ooh,
you can use your
spooky.
you can use your spookiness to scare people, and that gives you soul points. You start off with 1 soul point, okay? Your survival stat is now your existence stat. When you drop to 0 soul points, you need to make existence rolls or you slip into the strange place. Your handiness is now your poltergeistiness, which lets you move physical objects, which requires soul points. And your brains is now your vengeance, which is where you can spend soul to stun or harm the babysitter. But you are now a ghost. And something you notice about the room's pretty much the same, except there is a door in the ceiling. It's a normal door, but it's in the ceiling.
All right.
Let's cut back to Maya and Wiener Dog. Maya and Wiener Dog. You two descend into the basement. You didn't hear the violence going on upstairs because it's like stone walls and shit. You go into the basement. It's dark. It's very dark. You need to find a light switch. But from the darkness, you hear a voice say, "Did she get you too?"
Who's there?
Yeah.
Are you here to play with us?
Play with who?
We see your friend. She's like us. So just in the dark, the house is a lot of central heating. The basement is cold, like as you'd expect it to be, but it starts to get colder and colder, and in the dark you can hear things moving around, like shuffling, and you hear another. You think you can hear. So there was a voice from the very end of the room, and off to your right, you think you can start hearing a kind of sobbing as well, in the dark. Can't see shit. What are we doing? This is Maya and Wiener Dog, both down in the basement.
Yeah. I'm just there, like, yeah. I'm also in the basement.
You just phase shift down. Yeah, you hear like all the like, and then you hear, pretty dark. Day, are you there?
Oh, sorry, my mic was off. I was sorry, my bad.
That's okay.
I was like, Ralph, is that you?
Nah.
No, man. You're somebody else.
Nah, I'm a burger now.
What?
Got turned into burger meat.
Oh, okay, that's definitely Ralph. That is 100% Ralph. Okay, we're gonna Ralph. What? How did you get down here before us?
Ralph, I'm going to need you to make a poltergeistiness roll to keep being able to communicate with the living.
Was that just D100?
Yeah. Against your poltergeistiness. Yeah, that'll do it. But, okay, so you can talk more, but now you've lost your one soul point, and you're going to have to start making existence rolls in a bit.
How about if my imaginary friend can my friend keep in contact?
Yeah, I think your
With
imaginary
Ralph.
your imaginary friend can keep in contact with Ralph. But yeah, you are in the dark. I think I'm going to need you guys to make a horror save, both of you, because you're in the dark and there's little kids, and your friend has just said that he's dead. So.
Yeah.
Is that D100?
Yeah, D100 for you're trying to get under 60. Oh, 60 or under. Wiener Dog, you are kind of more curious than afraid. But Maya, this kind of stuff has happened to you many times in dark nights. You sleep with the nightlight on because if things get too dark at night, you start hearing these strange voices and things that sometimes sound like your imaginary friend, but sometimes sound like other things. And you start to panic and start to try and like find the staircase, but you trip over something heavy and you fall flat on your face, and you're just not quite sure where you are anymore, and you feel like a cold hand stroke your hair, like a child's hand. Ralph, you're in the basement. You can see basically that you can see your friends as points of light. You can almost see like the life energy running through them in the dark, but you can't see what's around you yet. It's almost like you're standing in a dark fog, but you can sense that there are other presences around you. But you can talk to them. No, I think what you see is in the dark fog humanoid shapes that look like children, and they're kind of like moving in on Maya. But Wiener Dog, you passed your horror save. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I spaced out for a second.
That's okay.
What was happening right before?
So you were in the basement, and you could hear little kid ghosts like saying creepy shit, and then you can hear Ralph as a ghost, and then Maya started to panic and ran into the darkness and tripped over something, and now she's starting to freak out as something's happening to her, and you don't know what's going on because it's dark.
I'm gonna fumble around for the light switch so I can help Maya, because Maya and Ralph have never been mean to me like Griffin, so I want to help.
I'm not gonna make you roll for that. You find the light switch, you turn it on, the lights go up. You're in the basement. It's actually a fairly nice basement. There's like a home gym, which is Maya tripped over a what are those called? A kettlebell. But now the lights go up, and you two are alone in the basement. There's the laundry room. There's like all this there's a washing machine and a dryer, and there's all these stinky clothes in a basket. Brick walls, but there is this nice home gym area, and I think there's like even a TV because Griffin is a spoilt rich little bastard. And Maya, the lights go up, and you feel the wisps of like the hands disappear, and you're no longer under attack.
Thanks, Wiener Dog, for helping me.
You're welcome, Maya.
But where did Ralph go?
Oh, let's get the heck out of here. This is really weird.
Ralph, you passed.
It is.
Ralph, you passed that poltergeistiness check, so you can like still talk to them for a bit.
I'm still here.
Ralph, no, come with us. Like, come with us, Ralph.
Wait, can we see Ralph?
No, but you can hear him.
Okay.
Where are you?
I don't know. I don't know. He doesn't know. He doesn't even know he's dead.
Ralph.
Oh
Ralph, if you want to have more burgers, come with us.
As you start to have a bit of an existential crisis, Ralph, I need you to make a cling to existence roll.
He just stops existing.
96, Ralph. The
Oh no.
your friends start to like fade into. Roll me a D40, and we'll see where you end up on the other side. 26. Oh my god. Okay. Your friends start to like fade into obscurity as this mist like descends over you, and these you suddenly hear the voices of your parents and your friends' parents and other parents, and you suddenly like as if in a dream, these images start to come out at you, and you are in this like factory, and there are these like piles and piles of like stacks and stacks of these boxes all around you, and you look over at one of them, and you can see through the kind of like plastic sheen. There's like a kid, like a very lifelike kid in a box with like rosy cheeks and a like striped shirt and everything, and written on the box is like "good kid." And you hear the parents go, you hear your parents like somewhere deep going, "Oh yes, this one so verbose, not like Ralph at all." And you hear the child being like, "Yes, Mummy, and I will be the best little son that you've ever had." And she'll be like, "Yes, I'm very sure of that, little what's your name?" "Why, my name's whatever you want it to be." And you see there's this like big sign above you that says "Good Kid Factory." And I think we're going to cut away to well, first of all, Maya and Wiener Dog, what's your next move? That's what I want to know. You're hiding out in the basement. You were talking as if you want to try and escape, like get out of the house. Is that kind of what you want to do?
Are there any basement windows?
There could be basement windows. I don't see why not.
Maya,
Should
I
we?
think if I boost you up, I think I could get you out of here.
Me?
Yeah, I could boost you up. I could boost you up to the
Okay.
basement window, and you could get out. You could go, and you could get help.
Can I try to pull you out of there as well?
Yeah, maybe we could stack some of these boxes up, and I could climb out that way.
Okay.
Okay.
You two are. That's your plan. Okay, we're going to cut back to Griffin and Skeeter in a moment. But first, I want to say that Maya did trip over something, which made a noise. So I'm not sure. I'm going to roll a D100 and see if that alerted the babysitter. Yeah. But we're going to cut back to Griffin. Griffin and Skeeter. So Skeeter, you heard. We'll go to Griffin first because Skeeter doesn't necessarily know that the babysitter moved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Griffin, you saw Ralph get fucking beat to death in front of you. You saw the babysitter turn around, and you were in the kitchen. We'll say this is maybe like 30 seconds before there was a noise down in the basement that alerted the babysitter again. What do you do?
30 seconds isn't enough time to do what I want to do.
What do you want to do?
I want to take flour from the cupboard and ketchup from the fridge to give myself Joker makeup.
We're going feral, boys.
Interesting. This actually it metagaming wise, this actually helps Dea and Rita because if you want to do this when the babysitter emerges, she's going to come after you instead of them.
But I don't want the babysitter to come after me because I'm playing a shitty child.
Okay, okay. Does Griffin want to do the Joker makeup?
I'm doing the Joker makeup.
Yeah, I'm doing the Joker makeup.
Okay, all right. I'm interested in this. Okay, so Griffin, you.
So the babysitter's in front of you, though, Griffin.
The baby. She went back into the room, and this is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Skeeter just doesn't know that, and so
Okay.
Skeeter. But you do hear Griffin like like starting to like rummage around in the kitchen.
Okay.
And-
I'm gonna take a peep.
Griffin, are you saying like Joker stuff to yourself?
So, what's a? Yeah, they'll want to know how I got these scars. Yeah, and he's using Ralph's blood. He's actually using Ralph's blood to make the lips.
That's your best friend.
Skeeter, you.
You were nothing to me, Ralph. You were a pawn.
Skeeter,
Oh.
you peer out the cupboard and you see this. You see Griffin Jokerizing himself.
Oh,
Joker friend.
Jesus, gonna beat me up. Oh God, what was the other? Oh, did he kill Ralph? Oh my God. And what's in there's like bleach and stuff around me. What's in the cupboard?
It's the cleaning cupboard.
Okay.
Yeah, like what would you like? Is there anything you particularly want? I could let you like roll something to see if you found an item that you would particularly want in this moment. Like what would you want?
I'm not sure because I'm scared and I want to leave, so I need to distract whoever's in the kitchen. Can there be like a small throwable object that I can just like chuck out the door to the other side of the kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I'll say like, oh, you know, like one of those dryer balls? Say like a dryer ball
totally.
things? Yeah, sweet. Okay.
And in that,
what?
yeah, in that case, that's going to alert the babysitter though. Before the people in the basement even do that. So.
Okay, then never mind. No, I'm not going to throw it. Because which is scarier, Griffin or the babysitter?
They're both pretty scary.
Yeah, right now they're both pretty scary. I'm gonna use a little bit of moxie. Okay, I'm gonna I have like a toy like little dagger with me, like a Steve Irwin type thingy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna do like a little commando roll out of the cupboard.
Okay.
And I'm just kind of gonna go to Griffin. I'm gonna be like, "What's the plan?" You know what I mean? Just try and get in on whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I mean that seems like the kind of thing that a little kid would do for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think you need to roll for that, honestly.
Okay.
Because you're not trying to avoid anything. You're just No,
I'm trying to avoid getting beaten up.
Yeah. This little Steve Irwin rolls out next to you, Griffin.
I have a little wig on, a little blonde wig.
Yeah.
I pick up the half burger from Ralph's hand, shove it into Skeeter's, and say, "We're gonna go find my dad's gun."
Wait, won't that be a little loud? Shouldn't we try like trap her or something? Because Skeeter loves making traps. Because I'm like part of the scouts, so I love making like trapping animals and stuff.
I've got the best trap for her. It's a bullet from a gun.
Okay. Sure.
And then you hear a noise from the basement. Poof. And you hear the fucking toolbox open up again.
Oh gosh. Do we have to go through the living room to get?
You do not. The door to the hallway is right next to you. And from the kitchen, it leads right to the staircase, which, Griffin knows that his dad keeps his gun in his bedroom.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, so, yeah, I don't think I'll make you roll for that. You hear the noise, you hear the thing, you move out into the hallway and to the staircase. But I'm going to see if you could both make maybe survival rolls, both of you, to see if you're not like super noisy.
Okay. Is that a D20 or 100?
That's 100. It's always 100 unless specified.
Okay.
Okay. Skeeter got a pretty great success. Griffin, what's your survival?
Kind of bad.
Kind of bad.
So's mine. We're both kind of bad.
You're both kind of bad. Yeah, Skeeter succeeded. Griffin did not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Griffin, you're like scrambling up the stairs. Yeah, I say your hands are like slippy. You start going up the stairs on all fours, like you're kind of intense, and you slip and you like knock your chin off the step, and you bite your tongue and shit.
Oh God!
And as the
no, I thought like this.
As the babysitter like moves into the kitchen, you can hear like the babysitter's like heavy boots and heavy breathing as she pivots from moving towards the basement to the stairs. But Skeeter,
come on, Griffin!
Skeeter, you skedaddle up the stairs fairly quickly.
Okay.
Oh no, actually, Skeeter, when you get to the top of the stairs, you see the child like standing at the end of the corridor and like walking. Just as you get up there, they like walk into a room, and it's quite spooky.
Okay. Can I call Edson?
If you want.
Can I like, hey kid?
A little pale face like peers around the side of one of the doors and like goes hee hee and like goes back in.
Is it a spooky face or just like
it's like pale and its eyes are like dark and sunken.
Okay.
So yeah, Griffin, the babysitter is on you as you're getting to the stairs. What do you want to do? Are you just going to like try and run? Are you going to do something weird? What are you going to do?
Do something weird.
Is she right in front of me? Like how far away from me?
She's in the kitchen. She's maybe like 4 or 5 steps away from you. You can shimmy up the stairs before she gets to you. But yeah, you don't have much time.
What do I roll to shimmy up the steps?
You don't need to roll anything, I don't think. I think, I'm not going to make the villain roll to like get to you. I'm not gonna end the chase like right now. Yeah, you shimmy up the stairs and you get to the top floor, and on the top floor. Sorry, I'm scrolling through a Google Doc because the like PDF hasn't been made of this thing yet. I'll show. Here's the map of the top floor. You can look at it while we cut back to
loads of content.
We can cut back to Ralph. Ralph, you are in the Good Kid Factory. Sorry, I'll drop this in Squishy. There's the map. You guys can have a look at it. Who are upstairs? Ralph, you are in the Good Kid Factory. You've heard the voices of your parents and talking to a small English child. What are you doing?
Where? How do I get into factory? What? Are they making burgers here?
Are you?
What? This is good. The good kid factory?
Yes.
Where they make them?
Where they make the good kids.
Is this where I came from?
Definitely not.
No.
So you are you kind of like just standing there confused, or are you moving like towards the sound of your parents' voices, or are somewhere else, or like what are you doing?
I'm gonna check out what my parents are doing.
Okay,
I'm gonna ask them. I'm gonna be like, I'm hungry.
You walk through the factory and following the sound, like out of the corner of your eye, it almost looks like the eyes of the like good kids in their boxes are like following you. And you go around the corner and you see all the parents from like the start gathered around this one little like mannequin like child who's like, pip pip cheerio, I know how to cook every dish ever invented. I'm going to grow up to be the president. and there's like some like skeevy business people, like tenting their fingers, and the parents are like, "This is amazing. This is all we've ever wanted. This is going to make our lives so much easier."
Oh. I'm gonna go up to my parents, and I'm just gonna like pull on their like clothes, like try and get their attention.
Okay, give me a spookiness roll.
Spooky. Those look good.
Was that good? 31. What is your spookiness at? It was replaced with your. Oh my god, I have to scroll again.
Moxie, I think.
Yeah, it was your Moxie.
So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that is a pass. You actually you tug on your parents' coat tails, and they go, "Ah, what was that?" And they turn around, and you feel yourself become somewhat invigorated, and you snap back into the basement. You're back in the basement of the house.
Bruh.
But so you're in the basement of the house, but there's this like industrial door in the wall of the basement that has never been there before, and the handle on it starts to jiggle, and it starts to open, and this like unearthly light starts to come through it. Just all these different colors start to go through it, and it almost looks like the patterns of the brick and the wood paneling of the home gym are like melting towards the door, as if the room is kind of like melting into it. What do you do?
I think I want to get out of this basement.
Okay, you head to.
I'm just gonna go away.
Yeah, you yeet yourself up the staircase. Okay. No, do you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna roll me another D40, and we're gonna see you're heading up the staircase. Thinking you're about to go out into the kitchen, and you find yourself in. Okay. So you find yourself kind of in the kitchen, but it's like an MC Escher version of the kitchen. The stove is now a staircase. There are doors and staircases. It's like the textures of the stuff that, all this stuff in the kitchen has been put on different stuff, on like architecture. So there were like arches and stairs and all these different things and it's like the kitchen's super tall, and you feel like you're standing on the wall instead of the floor as you come up from the basement, like you've emerged from like one of the walls, and that eerie light is like up like super high. I fucking hate Layers of Fear, but it's like the game Layers of Fear, the way shit like grows up into the sky, and that door from the basement is in like the very tippy top of everything, and it's that light is shining down and lighting everything, and the shadows it's casting look like tentacles as something is like coming out of the door that you can't see because it's too far away. And we're going to cut away from there to Skeeter and Wiener Dog.
Maya and Wiener Dog.
Oh yeah, Maya and Wiener Dog.
Me?
Yeah.
Skeet?
No, not Skeet. No skeeting.
No,
Hello?
Steve,
My internet gone?
We can hear you,
So I
Skeeter.
guess, because the babysitter is not coming now,
I don't think
it's
so.
going after Skeeter and Griffin. We're not aware of anything, so we can just go through the window.
Yeah, so who's helping who up the window? Wiener Dog?
Oh, hi. I can't hear you guys.
Hi.
Okay.
Grace can't hear us.
I can't
Oh, no.
hear you.
Oh,
Hold on.
I thought we were trying to go out the window.
Yeah, sorry, Grace is having audio issues. Yeah, so Wiener Dog.
Oh, in real life. Okay.
Were you helping? Helping Maya up the window?
Yes.
Okay, give me a brawn to lift.
Oh.
No,
Okay,
wait.
hi.
Hey guys.
Sorry. Rob's here now too, by the way.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Ralph.
So you are. Tell me how you kind of like stacked stuff to make it easier to get Maya out the window. What, like, did you make like a stack of like boxes and stuff like that?
a drink.
Oh, hey, sorry. My Discord just totally glitched out for some reason. So I'm back. So yeah, how did you guys make the kind of like stack of things to get Maya up through the window?
They stacked up trophies
Okay.
and boxes and baby things.
What? Is that what they said?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just like, you weren't there. Right, cool. So you stacked up
I'm listening.
you stacked up trophies and boxes and baby things. So basically you made the most precarious, like Rube Goldberg, just like the worst possible stack of things to help you to get out the windows as possible. Is that correct? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to need handiness rolls from one of you. I won't make you both roll. Who do you think led the charge there?
I
think Wiener Dog
think
has
Wiener Dog.
Wiener Dog
Wiener
has
Dog
more.
has left the room temporarily.
Okay, then Maya, you can make that roll.
Oh no, my handiness is kind of bad.
With advantage, because there's 2 people. Benevolent GM.
Yes, with advantage. So do it twice. 83. Absolutely,
Twice.
absolutely awful.
Do I have to do it again?
Yeah.
Death is coming.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
My luck today.
Okay. So how are we gonna do this?
Don't see a picture of the babysitter.
Okay. We'll wait for Deo to get back. You back, Deo?
The babysitter.
No, we'll cut back to till Deo gets back, we'll cut back to Griffin and Skeeter. Griffin, Skeeter, okay, Griffin, you raced up the staircase with the babysitter in hot pursuit. Skeeter, you had a few seconds to like move before Griffin got up. Now, bear in mind, you don't know where the room with the gun is.
Yeah.
So, are you going to wait for Griffin, or are you going to?
I can hear the babysitter though. Yeah.
You can hear the babysitter's heavy boots tromping up the staircase behind Griffin.
I'm gonna opt for the creepiness of the little ghost child, and I'm gonna follow that because I'm like weighing up which one's more terrifying, and I figure I can take a kid because I'm also a kid, so I'm gonna follow the ghost.
Okay, you race on past Griffin, and hold on, I'm just gonna let Dan know to just let us know when they get back.
Yeah.
I am back. Hello.
Oh, okay, well there we go.
Hi.
We'll get back to you then, Skeeter. So
Okay, bye.
in the basement, you and Maya basically built the most precarious fucking thing ever to try and get you two up into the attic. If I'm not into the attic, into the window. If I'm correct. And Maya just rolled with advantage to build it, and completely failed really badly. Do you want to do a roll to see if you can salvage it, any because it's pretty bad.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
I mean, Maya's always been nice to me. So somebody is. Is
So-
it a D100?
D100 handiness. $24. Pretty good. Okay, so I think what happens because Maya failed so badly is that you have built this weird pile of stuff that like jiggles around while you it looks like something out of a hoarder's house, like it's a pile of cardboard boxes and all crap. And you get it's really shaky and precarious as you two get up, but Maya manages to get up to the window with your help, with Wiener Dog's help. And Maya, as you get to the window, like you open up the window and you can feel the fresh night air on your face, and you can see fireworks going off in the distance because it's Halloween. And then the thing collapses, but it doesn't collapse normally. It like opens up, and all these like little kid like arms come out and start to grab Wiener Dog and start to like pull them down, and you start to fall. So I'm not really sure the physics of this, but I think what is happening is like Wiener Dog's starting to be pulled into pulled into this like structure that you've built that has somehow become this kind of weird, like, you know how the Japanese believe that junk leads to evil spirits, like a dirty house is full of evil spirits, kind of like leading to this just like nightmare world. But Maya is losing her grip. So I think, Wiener Dog, you have a chance to save Maya and like push her up out the window, but get pulled down into this like junk pit, or like kind of get out of the junk pit yourself, but Maya will fall and be consumed into this horrible world.
Maya! No, I'm gonna try and save Maya! Maya!
Okay.
I have a crush on Maya secretly.
Okay, you. I don't think you'll have to roll for that, because like whatever, someone's getting sucked down in that pit one way or another. So yeah, you like push off of this one bit of the structure that's still like holding, and you like push Maya up through the window, and Maya, you go out into the back garden, like your face hits the grass, it's like cold and wet and fresh, and like all your scared, sweaty, like tiny overheated body like hits the cool night, and you're like, oh my god. And then Wiener Dog, you're getting like pulled down through just like this seems to be like this just like endless pit of like cardboard and bits of gym equipment and stuff until you arrive in. I think what happens is you come out of the funnel into this weird MC Escher otherworld area with Ralph's ghost, and you both and you see Ralph standing there, all kind of like pale and ashen and kind of like semi-transparent. You're back in the kitchen, but it's all this like MC Escher version of the kitchen, and through the like very top of this MC Escher chamber that you see that you're in, you both see this like entity like forcing its way into the reality you're both in. It moves quite sluggishly but fearsomely, and it seems to be the center of where all the architecture is like melting into itself, and it looks like this. I'll drop it in squishy.
Oh.
See it?
Oh dear.
Yeah, so
That's going to be so quickly a repressed memory for that child.
so yeah, Wiener Dog and Ralph, you two have met. You two have just met in this bizarre chamber as this thing is like emerging from above. What do you do?
I'm definitely gonna pee myself all the way this time. This time it's all coming out.
Oh no!
Make a horror save. I think you make a horror save, Wiener Dog, and Ralph make a cling to existence save. 72 and 49. 49.
Uh-oh.
What is your... No, what's this thing's horror? This thing's horror is 60. Wiener Dog, you succeed, but you see Ralph... You see the architecture kind of come to life around Ralph as, like, it begins to look like spindly finger... Kind of like how the statues coming to life at the end of Beetlejuice and like grab him and start to elevate him up towards this thing. So this thing doesn't seem to like move very fast, but it seems to be able to warp reality around it. And it's like bringing Ralph up towards its like maw. What do either of you want to do? Actually, I think we're going to cut quickly back to Maya, and we'll resolve this scene and then cut back to Griffin and Skeeter, because we've been away from them for a bit. But yeah, Wiener Dog, what is your first instinct when you see Ralph being pulled up towards this thing by the living architecture?
Ralph! I forget that he's dead, and I try to grab his immaterial hand anyway.
I think because you're both kind of in this demi-plane that you can, so you do grab, you grab his hand, and you start to be pulled up towards this thing as well. So you're both kind of like being lifted towards this horrible thing. So that's a good way. That's a good place to cut away. Maya, you are in the backyard. There is a gate that leads out onto the street. You can hear all the kids playing and having fun. You can hear, you can see, like, you look up into the windows of the house and you can see, like, the lights flickering on and off and all these just children, like, staring down at you from the windows.
Oh, no. I'm concerned because Wiener Dog fell and I can see what happened, but Wiener Dog just
Do you want to look back?
Yeah,
if you want.
I don't know if I want to go back through the window, but maybe I go back to the house from some other door. I have to find my way through the lawn because I have never been there.
Okay. Well, if you look back into the basement, just have a look, you'll see that the structure that you and Wiener Dog built has fallen apart, and it's like she's vanished. Like, there's no, like, portal or anything. It's just a bunch of trash on the ground. But yeah, if you want to make your way back into the house, I think a really interesting way of doing it, which is way like a movie would be like you go around the front and you see the open window for where the babysitter came in the first place, and you can see like her toolbox on the table and shit like that.
Yeah. I think I'll go that way, and I'll go look that way. What happened to Wiener Dog? And I don't know. Maybe I want to gather everyone because I am scared because weird stuff's happening in the house.
Okay, so you want to go back in and try and help?
Yeah, I don't want to be. Well, I do have my imaginary friend with me.
Yeah, you can send.
I am concerned for the others.
You could. I will let you. If you like, don't enter the house right now.
If I let my imaginary friend scout the house or someplace.
Yes. So we'll do it like this, right? So you kind of look down, you can't see Wiener Dog, and Scooter says to you, "She's gone to the strange place," or he's gone to the strange place. That's where Ralph is now too. And yeah, do you want to say something to Scooter?
Can you go there and see if they're all right?
Yes, I can. And she says, she like disappears and then reappears, and she says, Griffin and Skeeter are upstairs being chased by the babysitter. There are so many kids in there, I almost got caught. And then Scooter says, I'll look for Wiener Dog and Ralph now. She disappears and reappears floating in the chamber with Ralph and Wiener Dog as there. So Maya, you can now control Scooter. You can be Scooter. So you appear in this chamber, in this like big like warped architecture nightmare chamber that looks like the kitchen but isn't. And you see that the architecture has come alive and grabbed Ralph and is dragging him up towards this like tentacly entity that's coming out from the ceiling. And Wiener Dog is grabbed onto Ralph's hand, as being like pulled up towards the creature as well. What do you do?
I don't know if I should try. If I should try pulling from Wiener Dog's hand, or if I should distract the monster thing so the other two can escape. Maybe I'll do that. I don't know how.
It's your choice. I'll tell you, I can give you two choices, like from a narrative standpoint, right? You can like take their hands and like drag, kind of like try and drag them back into the real world, or Scooter can like sacrifice herself by like flying up into the monster and like being devoured and like distracting it that way.
I wouldn't want to sacrifice Scooter, so I'm gonna try to pull them back to reality.
So Wiener Dog and Ralph, you are being sucked towards this horrible monster. It has all these mouths that are opening up eternally, and its tentacles are like toothed and shit. and it's got this eerie, like, iridescent light shining down. And then this little kid that almost looks like a little porcelain doll, like, appears in front of you and grabs both your hands. And Maya, make a moxie roll. Or no, make a brains roll to spend your other point of psi. Because your brains
My
is your
brains are kind of good.
Oh, is your moxie better?
Kind of bad.
No, it's not. Okay, make that roll. 72. Oh,
I didn't roll it.
Oh, yes, you did.
That was Ralph.
No, there was one there. 69. Yes, exactly like the Eternal Nightmare cover on. It doesn't work. You're just like holding onto them, but this thing above you is like siphoning all the energy out of the room. I think Ralph, if you want to like, you have no, you got your soul points sucked out of you by the creature. Yeah, you're all rocketing towards your doom, so someone else is going to have to think of something here. But we're going to cut back to Skeeter and Griffin. Skeeter, you have walked in. I think you follow the child around the corner, and you enter your typical suburban parents' bedroom. Big bed, fucking desk, TV, eerily clean. One half of the room has like nothing. It's the dad side of the room. It's just clean. He owns cleanliness. And then the mother's side has like plants, crystals, like perfume and jewelry and shit, right? And you see like the closet door close as the child that you saw walks into it. What do? You can hear Griffin doing whatever Griffin says that he wants to do next in the other room. You can hear the babysitter.
Does it sound like Griffin's in trouble?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
No, it's fine. No, it's fine.
I'm gonna be like, good idea, kid, and I'm gonna kind of like try and bundle idiotically into the thing with the kid, thinking that they're being really smart and hiding.
Okay, give me a D40.
Yeah. Okie dokie.
40. Oh my goodness, you got the high thing. Okay, wow. All right. You like burst into the closet, and you find yourself in. Oh my god, yeah. The closet's like really long, and there's all these clothes in front of you, and the kid is like moving the clothes aside. You're almost like you're going to Narnia, and then you like pass through the last like line of clothes. They get more and more like old and musty and more like British, almost like military uniforms and stuff. And you step forward, and the closet suddenly moves out into a round chamber, and the far wall is like a tangle of blackthorn brambles growing through the body of a man dressed in like the regalia of a British knighthood. He has like a long wizened face, and he almost looks mummified, and kind of like the walls keep going from solid to transparent, and behind them you can see these long rolling, this vista of like rolling hills, like Ireland, like these hills in mist. And he's got like these knives like tipped into his fingers, this man, and
like his fingers are knives,
yes.
Or like somebody stabbed.
And he has this like fetus like creature attached to his torso by like a bunch of tubes, and he's like cutting into it, and he's like, "Oh, I'll teach you some manners, you little shit." And the creature's just like, and lying in front of them is a key, like a black key.
Oh my god, now that's a lot of sensory overload for a little man like that. Okay, so what would my baby brain would read? Knights, spookiness, and knives. So I'm gonna be like, I guess it's time for an adventure. I'm just gonna like totally forget that Griffin is even in danger back there. So the guy is like, the
producing boys already.
guy is made out of this kid's an idiot. The guy is made out of brambles, or there's brambles.
There's brambles like growing into him. It's like he's fused to the wall by these brambles growing through his body.
Okay. And I have my little toy sword thingy from my costume.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take a weird move, and I'm gonna try and cut the guy down.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and kind of like, I might like start to whistle while I do it, like because I have that singing thing.
Okay.
And just try and like put him down.
That's interesting. I think
I've gone insane.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think honestly, we've been going for like over 2 hours. I think we should cut back to Griffin, see what he's gonna do, and we'll just leave this on a bunch of cliffhangers. Because like while this is like super fun and I'd love to see how it resolves, we've been going for a long time and we're all sitting and it's not like we're all sitting around a table eating chips where we can go for like 4 or 5 hours. You know, we're all sitting on our computers and it's late. So
well, personally, I'm eating nachos, but it's fair.
Yeah.
Yes, it's good.
I ate burger. I actually ate burger.
Okay, Griffin.
I ate burgers too.
Very method. I approve.
Very in character.
Griffin, with the Halloween babysitter hot on your heels, what is going to be your last act of the game?
Griffin is gonna stop and turn around to the babysitter and say,
Oh, yeah, you're covered in blood. I forgot about that.
when I was trying to get everybody to do all the tasks you asked, and everybody just ran all over the house. So I thought I'd help you.
She stops and she looks at you and she crouches down and gets to your eye level, and she takes off her mask, and you see behind the mask is just this wizened flat, like just like almost like a beige like raisin of flesh with 2 long slits in it, like the nostrils on a pig's nose, and it breathes this like rancid air at you, and you hear it like a wheezing voice saying, "Mind your manners," and she drives an ice pick up through the bottom of your jaw. And
Can I use my mercy point?
Yes, you can. It doesn't kill you. It just hurts really, really badly.
Like at the end of Hot Fuzz when the guy gets
she impales you through your jaw, and you go like staggering back, and you realize you're not dead. And she puts her mask back down, and continues towards you. And I think we'll leave it there.
Sweet.
Okay, so yeah. So how did you guys find that module? This has been a play test, so
I think it's fun.
It's very action. Lots of very fast action. Like when things happen, it's very fast, which is good.
Yes.
I like that it doesn't matter if you die, because that kind of gives you freedom to fuck up as much as you want, which makes it more fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you die, you actually get to find out more about like what's going on.
That's a really cool touch. I really like that.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really creative. It's like really well thought out.
Thanks, guys. I'm really glad it worked, because it's actually so close to being finished and released. It's like, oh god, if this didn't work, I'm in trouble. It's like with Astro Creep, like I didn't fucking playtest that till after it was published, because the people who wanted to publish it were just like, hey, we want this, and I was like, oh okay.
Can I ask about the chore distribution? Like, what is the like? Are there like buffs or anything that happen like if you do all the chores or something?
If you do all the chores, basically the babysitter leaves.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. But it's essentially it's built so like that you're gonna fail, right? Because like say if you had the chore clean out the fridge, I would make it that like the food comes alive, like it was a fucking Ghostbusters movie. You know what I mean? like something's always gonna go wrong, because the babysitter just is surrounded by the ghosts of dead children, and has her own kind of eldritch secret behind her. But yeah, it's like if you do all the chores, you win.
I like the idea of the chore where you have to go and get someone else in. bring someone back. I think I would like if we get that far, maybe we could bring Robin as the sacrifice to play the kid we lost.
Yeah, I mean, I think it might be a little difficult to get everybody together again, but I would certainly love to do this again and like wrap it up. But also,
yeah, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, we also have
please, yeah.
Cool.